All right, well, I'm Adam Hammonds, Director of Elections and Voter Registration for Spartanburg County, and just going to go through some of the benefits that are available out there on SC Votes. That's the State Election Commission's website. It's a great resource for voters, for the general public, for anyone interested in what we do in South Carolina, how we run our elections, how to get registered, all that good information. So that website is www.scvotes.gov. That's the State Election Commission's website. And again, it's a great resource. A lot of information. We're not going to go through every little nook and cranny, but I'm going to give you guys the highlights so you can find the information you need easily and quickly when you need something. Across the top of the page, there's several tabs, and we're going to start with the Voters tab. That's the main one we're going to talk about today. That's where pretty much everything is. In that tab, you can register to vote. You can check your voter registration, make sure that everything's correct, that it got updated properly, that you're registered at the right address, all that good stuff. You can update your information if something is incorrect. You can do all that online. You don't have to come in. You don't have to print a form and mail it to us. You can do all that digitally right there through the website. It comes directly to us so we can get your information correct, updated, or get you registered if it's for the first time. There's also an option to get a sample ballot. So when there's an election going on, go out to SC Votes, you can get a sample ballot. It'll show you exactly what you're going to see on election day out on the voting machine. It looks a little different, but it's the same basic information. It gives you that information of what candidates are running, what party they represent if it's a partisan election, and your full ballot, any questions, anything like that that may be on a referendum, it's all right there on your sample ballot. You can also use that website to find your polling place. So if you're new or you're not sure where your polling place is, and it says on your voter registration card, or you look and check your registration and it says River Ridge Elementary School, and you're not familiar with where that is, you can find your polling place. It's a link. It'll take you to Google Maps, and it'll let you easily kind of map your address out to that location, show you how to get there. Obviously, it'll give you the address for the location if you want to just put it in your GPS in your car to take you right to it there on election day. There's also information on early voting, and when that happens, when it goes on, kind of what the hours and dates are. That kind of fluctuates based on the type of election. There's always 2 weeks of early voting. Prior to every election, it ends the Friday or the Saturday before. Again, if it's a governor's election, a presidential election, if it's an even year November election, and you're going to get a couple Saturdays. Any other election, it's just 8:30 to 5, Monday through Friday, the couple weeks before. But again, there's an opportunity there on that website. Click on it. It'll show you the locations in your county and the hours, all of that good stuff. You can also, there under voters, you can check your absentee ballot, where that'll let you see that you've submitted everything you need. You can track the progress of where your ballot is. Is it in the mail? Has it been received by our office? Has it been checked into the system? All of those things, again, so you can quickly find out where your information is. Is your ballot being taken care of? Did you get it in time? All those details are right there, readily available. So it's easy for you as a voter to just look that information up and track it through the system. There's also a section on how to, and that's just a little quick information kind of about our voting system, how it works. There's a nice short video that walks you through that process of going in, checking in, getting to the voting machine, and how to cast your ballot through the voting machine here. It's a short couple minutes, but if you've never voted on the voting equipment we have in South Carolina, it's a good thing to familiarize yourself with, just so you know exactly what to expect when you walk into the polling place on election day. There's also many other helpful resources on SC Votes. Across the top are all those tabs like I talked about. We just kind of went through voters. That's where the majority of the information is. But there are several others. The next one over is elections and statistics. And so that's got some information like a schedule of elections. So you can look and see, hey, when's the next election in my area coming up? When should I be thinking about when I need to vote if there's a special election, something like that. You can also, there's a tab there for election results. So if you want to go out and see what happened 10 years ago in an election, that information is there. It also obviously is where we update our election results on election night as they come in to the voter registration elections office all across the state, but in Spartanburg as well. So you can easily see kind of what's going on as the results come in. There's also information there on the audits that we perform after every election to prove that the system works properly, that it's secure, and that it counts the votes as intended. So there's information there on that. There's also voter registration and participation statistics. So if you ever wondered how many people are registered to vote in Spartanburg County, or how many people are registered to vote in my precinct where I go vote, that information is there, along with the participation of how many people normally come out and vote in different types of elections. Again, just kind of some general knowledge information if anyone's interested. The next tab across is poll managers. And that's a great resource if you're interested in being a poll manager, or if you already are. Thank you if you already are. We always need more workers. Many hands make light work. So we're always interested in poll managers. So from the poll managers tab, you can apply to be a poll manager right there, send in information. Again, you don't have to print anything out or do anything. You fill out a little online form. It comes directly to our office, and then we contact you with the next steps once we get you in the system. But there's also a little poll manager information of kind of what it's like to be a poll manager, just a good description of what they do. There's an online training link there that once you become a poll manager, that's where you go back and take some online training. And then there's a handbook and resources link. And on that section, it is a copy of the poll manager's handbook, which is kind of the instructions for the day. But again, there's another great little short video on kind of what a poll manager does. It's mainly talking about opening and closing the voting equipment. So again, there's a video on how you as a voter can work the voting equipment. And then there's also a video on kind of how the poll workers operate their end of it. Again, it's a great resource, a short little video to kind of give you a good idea of what to expect on election day. We also have a candidates tab across the top, and there's good information there on if someone's interested in being a candidate or interested in running for office. There's good information on, you know, what the forms you might need to file, what the filing fees would be, what the qualifications for office are, what the do's and don'ts of campaign day are. And then there's also a candidate tracking system. That's a link there under candidates that'll take you to a page that'll let you look up by election, and then even by office. You can filter it down that far of who has filed to run for office. So if you're, you know, wondering who's going to be running for, you know, for Congress next time, filing happens the year of the election in March. And so as people start to file, that's live updated as they come in our office or come in Columbia and file. And so that's a good resource to kind of see who's coming in, who's filing, and their filing paperwork is attached to their record there. So you can see exactly who they are and their information. There's also a resources tab, which is just kind of a general information tab. It has a list of all the precincts and polling places across the whole state. It has a link to the precincts and district maps. So if you're wondering exactly what does the map of, you know, Congressional District 4 in Spartanburg County look like, that's available there. And that goes all the way down. It filters down further. You could look and see a county council map, something of that nature. Then it is a lot of just kind of informational stuff under resources. There's a whole booklet on election integrity and how we protect the vote in South Carolina. There's voter information brochures, which talk about the voting system and how to register. Those are available through the website, all of those things. So again, SC Votes is a great resource, scvotes.gov. We always recommend anybody who has a question, it's a good place to start. It's got a lot of good information and something that can definitely help you, answer your questions, or maybe spur on some new questions that you need that you're not sure about. It gives you some good information to start that process. And obviously our office is always happy to help. You don't have to find it. If you can't find it online, or if you have trouble finding it, please call the office, come by. We're always happy to help you. But just know that resource is out there, especially the stuff you can do directly online, where you can go ahead and register. You can go ahead and update your address. You can go ahead and track your absentee ballot, the stuff that you can do from the comfort of your home. You don't have to worry about trying to call into an office or come into downtown Spartanburg. You can do it right there, from the comfort of your couch while you're watching TV. So that's a little bit about SC Votes. Again, a great resource for voters of South Carolina and for voters in Spartanburg County. And thank you. Hope you use it.